Hygiene with Josie Bray. My name is Josie and I'm your host and guide. I'm taking questions from my readers and from my viewers and listeners about spiritual, emotional, and physical health. And today I have a question from Tyler in Astoria, New York. Tyler writes, "Dear Josie, I've heard the word somatic used a lot, and I know you're a somatic therapist. What does that mean? What does the word somatic mean?" Tyler, thank you so much for asking this question. A lot of people don't know what the word somatic means. So the word somatic comes from the word soma. And the word soma is a root word meaning of the body. So we use the word somatic to mean using your body to experience the world in some way or another. Now, there are all sorts of different lineages of somatic practices, and certainly most indigenous cultures have body-based practices baked into their culture and their spirituality. They're not separate. Here in the West, for a long time, the movement or the practice of somatic work was very much, like a lot of things, devoid of a spiritual or disconnected from a spiritual path. Somatic therapists use the body as a way to help process trauma, using the body as a way to shift the way the nervous system responds, or using the body to shift the way that a person is having maybe symptoms or anxiety. That's what a somatic-based therapist does, but there are all sorts of different somatic practices, right? Like you could study Tai Chi, and that would be a somatic practice. Yoga would be considered a somatic practice. Even something like different kinds of exercises like Pilates or like even working out at the gym could technically be considered a somatic practice. But really, when people are talking about somatic, they're talking about mind and body together. And so, just using your body, like just moving your body, is not necessarily somatic, because we're trying to build a sense of increased awareness as we work with the body. So you could go for a walk, or you could go for a walk while paying attention to the biomechanics of your pelvis and your feet. And the second one would be considered a somatic practice. The first one would be considered walking, right? You could lift weights, and you could just lift weights not paying attention to what you're doing. Or you could lift weights and notice the way that your body is responding as you lift weights. You could be noticing the emotional state you're experiencing as you lift weights. If you're connecting your emotional and mental state to the physical practice, whatever it is, then it's considered a somatic practice, right? And so what's a little bit tricky is that we live in a culture here in the United States where the mind and the body and spirituality are considered separate. Our culture is really kind of fringe in that way. We're really like a very small subset of people in the history of humans who have ever thought that the body and emotions and intellect and spirituality are separate things. So I hope that helps. And if you have a question about physical, emotional, or spiritual health, feel free to shoot me an email at hello@josiebray.com, or you can go to my website and get my free anxiety release bundle. That's at josiebray.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.